Hi guys, so welcome to my channel if you're new. I haven't posted many videos yet, just started vlogging recently, and I want to do some more social media type videos. I am a micro influencer on Instagram. I think I started taking it more seriously in high school and definitely in college. So yeah, I've been doing Instagram for a while now. I'd say seriously about 4 years. So I graduated last year with a degree in advertising and PR, so I just have a lot of knowledge in that type of industry. So I got a lot of questions on my Q&A, so I thought I would just turn it into a YouTube video so it didn't make my story super long. And I've been wanting to do a video all about Instagram and just like the questions that I get about how to grow your Instagram, what to post, when to post, how do I plan out my feed, different things like that. I know I did one on how I edit my photos. I think I've deleted that video now though because it was pretty bad. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start out with the questions and see where this goes. Let's get started. The first one says, what do you do for work? So right now, I actually quit my job a few months ago. I used to work in affiliate advertising for a company called Rakuten, and I quit about 2 months ago and started freelancing. So right now I am working for a couple different agencies doing influencer marketing. So what I do is basically I am like the middleman for brands and influencers. Brands will send us over a deck and just like the guidelines of the campaign, and I will go and find influencers that I think fit the campaign and then present them back to the agency, and then they'll send them to the client for approval. I've been doing that for a few months now and I really like it. I think I'd like to start my own agency one day maybe. We'll see. I want to start my own business, just not sure what it's going to be yet. Someone said most liked Instagram pictures. Okay, so the one I posted yesterday, I'll put it on the screen right here. It like hit the explore page and it did pretty well. But other than that, I think this other one that I posted when I was in Miami, I don't know why it did so good. I think it like hit hashtags in Miami and it just like went off. But that was my other one. I try not to pay attention too much to that, but I mean, I definitely pay attention to it because brands look at that, like they want to see how much engagement you have. So I don't completely just like don't look at how many likes I get. But I try not to like let it affect me personally, which I think I've gotten better at. So the next one is best tips on managing your time / how do you have time to take so many inspo pictures? Well, I definitely didn't have enough, like a lot of time when I was working full-time because I was sitting at my desk from 9 to 5, and even though I was working from home, I still had a lot to do. So now that I'm able to like plan my own schedule, I will shoot. I can't shoot right now because it's raining and it's summer in Florida. I will shoot during the day because it's obviously better lighting. I like more direct sunlight, or I will wake up before I want to start my day and like go to the beach for sunrise. I do that a lot. So I get to basically make my own schedule, as I said. So I do a lot of my work at night. I like to stay up late and like do different projects that I have to do because then I'm able to film reels and like shoot content during the day because I need the natural light from my windows right here to film reels. I just like how it looks better than my studio lights. But I think like planning things out, I'm not someone who has like my feed planned out with like 30 pictures. Like I kind of go with the flow when it comes to my feed, but I do have a lot of due dates, and like I remember a few weeks ago I had an ad to post like every single day, so I definitely stay on top of that stuff just because you have to send it in for approval first, and then once it is approved there's a certain date you have to post it. So you kind of just like learn to stay on top of that and have to plan it out because it's due that day. I don't even think I take that many pictures. Like I used to post every single day and recently I haven't been. When I go on vacation, I take a ton of photos, but then when I'm home, I feel like I don't do that many. Yeah, so I would say the best thing for time management is writing things down. I try to stay very organized. I have a whole spreadsheet of like all of the collabs I have, all the pictures I need to post, videos, just to keep everything nice and organized. Then someone said, do you plan your posts? Do you use an app? So kind of like going back to what I just said, I do plan my posts to a certain point. So if I know something is due next Wednesday, I have to post it. It's like a neutral, maybe blue photo. I'll try to take some filler photos or maybe pictures in like a similar outfit to that or like a similar color scheme to that and have them ready so that I know my feed will still look pretty all together. But yes, I do use the app. I used to use Unum, but I recently started using Content Office because they let you have the most like squares without actually buying the app. I've been using reel covers as fillers recently, so I'm able to like plan out my entire feed better on Content Office, because on Unum it uploads your live feed and it doesn't upload the reels, which is annoying. I recommend that one. I really like it. Yeah, but I'd say the most I plan out is a week, maybe 2 weeks in advance. I used to be really good about it in college. Actually, I would plan out like a month or even a few months, because I would go on like one trip and then I would just be like stuck in my apartment for months, or like busy in college and have nothing to post but those specific photos. Now that I'm like doing more and able to have more flexibility and free time and not be in school, I like to do more like in the moment photos. Like if I'm at dinner with my friends, I'll have them take a photo of me and just post that, or have my mom snap a photo of me if we're like out and about. So I like to do more in the moment posting lately, and I feel like people like to see that too. Okay, someone said, how do you get brand deals? So I think the best way when you're starting out to get brand deals is to sign up for different influencer platforms. I'll put a graphic right here of all of the ones that I recommend you sign up for. There's so many different ones, and I feel like in college I used those a lot, and then recently, as my following has been growing more, once I hit like 20K, I started getting a lot more emails directly like from brands, which has been really nice. But I also reach out to brands myself, so it's either through an agency, through an influencer platform, me reaching out to someone via email, or just them reaching out to me, or sometimes even in the DM. I have done brand deals just through my DMs, so that's just another thing to think of. Someone said, how do you gain more followers quickly? Let me know, because I don't know. But I think lately it's been easier for a lot of people to gain followers through Reels, just because the algorithm is different and it's more similar to TikTok, where more people are seeing your posts. Even like hitting the explore page, like how my last post did, I gained like 100 followers from that photo. So using hashtags definitely helps. And then post Reels. Even if you don't post them to your feed, like I post a ton just to my Reels feed. They're kind of embarrassing. I don't want people I know to see them, but it ends up that those ones like always take off, and that's how I gained 10K more followers this year, was through posting Reels. Okay, someone said tips on growing. Yeah, I mean, I would just say being consistent is a big thing. I know everyone says that, but once I started really staying consistent, I don't know, it just feels good to be consistent. And I feel like people like to see other people's, people like also engaging with other creators that are like a similar size to you, or even like larger creators, because I feel like brands will see your comment on creators' posts and be like, oh, who's this girl? Like, click on her. Maybe they'll reach out to you if they see your comment. I feel like I've done that before when I'm looking from the other side, working as an influencer marketing person. I've definitely gone on people's posts that I thought were like great for the collab we were doing, and then I looked at the comments and I was like, oh, these people are also a great fit. So that's like a tip I haven't really heard from many people, but yeah, engage in other people's posts for sure. How often do you take Insta photos? Do you ever dread it? Honestly, I haven't taken photos in a week because I've just had stuff, but some like right now, like I'm literally out of posts. Like I have nothing queued up and ready, so I'm probably gonna take photos after I film this, and then maybe tomorrow. I would say a couple times a week. It used to be I would do like a weekend and take like 6 different looks in one day and then post those throughout the next week, but I don't really do that anymore because it makes me really tired, and I don't have anyone to do it with anymore because all my friends moved away, / I don't really have any friends anymore, so don't really have anyone to take my pictures. But if you want to hang out and take pictures, let me know. Yes, I dread it so much. Like when I wake up for sunrise and my alarm goes off at like 5:30, I hate my life. Like I always come back and take a 4-hour nap because I used to love waking up early, and recently I just can't do it. So I hate taking sunrise pictures, but it is the best lighting and there's no one at the beach. Like if you go for sunset, there's a million people sitting there, and I hate when people watch me take my photos, especially with a tripod. But when I go for sunrise, it's just like old people walking around and they don't care that I'm just like using my tripod. Yeah. Okay, someone said, how do you know your vibe? I feel like I don't even know my vibe sometimes. Like I get sucked into different aesthetics and like styles all the time, which I think is fine. Like you can try out everything and see what you like. Like whenever I go on Pinterest, there's so many different things I see and I'm like, oh my god, I love wearing all black. I love this like Y2K colorful style. But I feel like at the root of it, my vibe is very neutral, girly, casual. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to like wear color sometimes, I love to dress up sometimes, but like at the core of it, that's who I am and like that's my style. So I think just experimenting with what your audience responds well to, and not only that, but like what makes you feel good, like what you feel comfortable wearing, what you feel comfortable posting, what makes you happy when you post it. Like when I post an outfit that I put together myself and people like respond really well to it, it makes me happy because it wasn't something I just like copied off of Pinterest. It was something that like put together, and just I feel like my outfits are like a reflection of how I feel, and that's my vibe. If that made sense. How can you reach more people? Okay, it's kind of the same thing as what I said before, but I think another great, well, so I don't know how I feel about pods. So basically pods are like Instagram engagement groups where a bunch of creators the same size as you will like send their posts and you go engage on them, comment and like them, and then they do the same on yours. I feel like that's good when you're starting out, just so that you can get some engagement and brands will notice you. But I think another thing when you're first starting out is, this doesn't really have to do with the question, but I just thought of it, is posting in brands that you want to potentially work with. I used to do this all the time. I would invest, like you kind of have to invest at first. It's like any business, you're not going to be profitable. I would invest in these brands that I was like dying to work with and go buy a piece from them online or in store or whatever, and tag them, like use all of their hashtags, and that's how they would notice me. And after that, maybe they'll reach out for a collab, maybe they'll repost your photo and more people will see it. So that's a great way to be seen by more people. How do you schedule getting content while working and doing other things? So I talked about this a little bit before. I think you have to set aside time for both, because sometimes I'm like, oh, why am I doing this when I could be filming reels? Like, why am I at lunch when I could be like out shooting some pictures? Like, it's such a nice day out, you know? Like, you have to live your life still, and you have to find a balance, because there's times where like all I want to do is go out and take pictures and like get dressed up, but then like when I do that for too many days in a row, I get really burnt out. So set aside maybe 2 days a week where you shoot photos, plan your content, do all of that, and have everything ready so that you're not stressing out every day like, oh my god, I have nothing to post. And then a lot of people, this isn't like a question someone asked, but a lot of people ask like, oh my god, how did you get a brand deal with this brand, or how did you do this? And I would say it's mostly just what I said before, tagging those brands in your pictures, using their hashtags, engaging in their content. Make sure you follow the brands that you like and make sure you like their photos, because they will look at that. Send them a DM like, oh, I love this style of jeans, and then what if they're like, we'd love to send you a pair, you know? Like, you never know. I feel like you always just need to go for it and just reach out, because it won't hurt. And then another thing is not use the people that you meet, but like use them as a resource to make connections. I have met so many people that are willing to like share their contacts for different brands, connect me with different people that work there so I can, you know, meet them, get to know them, and then potentially work with them. I think it's important to build a little community of people that are doing what you're doing on Instagram, and you guys can all grow together. So let me know if you have any other questions, and if you want me to do a part 2. I feel like I have a lot more to say on this topic, and I would love to film some more videos for this channel because I never really do. I'm gonna start vlogging again. I had so much fun doing that in New York, so stay tuned for those videos. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day or night or whatever you're doing, and I'll talk to you later.